CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. It's more than a day now since the snow stopped falling in Greater Victoria, but depending where you are, you may still be trying to dig out and clear your street. Crews have been working round the clock to sand and salt and to plow the main roads and some of the side streets, but many of them are still a mess. And snow clearing, it turns out, may be a tale of two cities. Many say one group is doing a better job than the other. CTV's Aaron Glazier reports.
Yeah, just out here clearing the drains, making sure that water gets away when it starts melting.
A preventative measure, but some are asking if the city of Victoria did enough before the snow started falling. With many streets still covered and workers scraping and salting intersections by hand, people are asking why snow clearing crews didn't have more heavy weather artillery at their disposal.
I think this would be very mild for Montreal, but the thing about Victoria seems as though they don't actually have the right machines to deal with when this happens.
The city of Victoria doesn't have a snow budget nor money to buy new equipment anytime soon. What it wants is a partnership with neighboring municipalities to help deal with more severe snowstorms.
We obviously have looked at climate change with Saanich, recognizing that we can work together on some items with the greater municipalities. We can take a look at that. Trying to figure out, get ahead of the curve, do we have enough for that really big event? We probably never will. But are we more prepared since the winter of 1996 when we had that big snowfall? Yes, from an emergency management position, we are.
But what is at risk? Some say people's safety. Uncleared streets mean slippery, icy falls.
You know where the sidewalks come down? They all come to a slant. I was fine all through town on all that ice and everything. I was being really careful. And then I got over to the bus light, pressed the light, poof, down I went on my cheek and my leg. So it was a little shook.
The next municipality over, people seem pleased with the snow removal efforts.
I think they're doing a fairly decent job this year, yes. They've got most of it off.
Mayor Frank Leonard chalks it up to a few different factors.
Obviously, the equipment's on hand. That's the preparation that we do, is to adapt our existing fleet by adding on the front loaders. And then the other is a bit of luck and the experience of our staff making a call of when to put brine down, what type of brine. And this time they did make a call at 2 o'clock in the morning to put down the brine prior to the freeze, prior to the snow, and that's had a real benefit.
Leonard says in a more spread-out municipality such as Saanich, connectivity is key.
You can put Victoria inside Saanich 5 times. So, I mean, we joke we have more parks in Saanich than the size of Oak Bay.
And cooperation between the two regions when clearing snow is a must.
The Royal Jubilee Hospital emergency room is in Saanich. The balance of the hospitals in Victoria. Clearly the routes getting there are a priority, and we have to coordinate with our neighbours to make sure they're clear.
And if you're really stuck, you can call a private company such as Davies Contracting. They will plow by the hour or salt by the yard.
We've been going 4 days straight now, non-stop, 24 hours. We got 3 shifts on all the time.
Right behind Larry will be the city crews, with today's snowmelt expected to freeze into slippery roads and highways overnight.
We're going to get a refreeze, and with this little bit of melt, we'll return to the majors and collectors and service them and ensure that the bus routes are clear and the emergency routes for Friday morning.
Aaron Glazier joins us now with more. Aaron, the folks who are complaining about the streets are the ones who haven't cleared their sidewalks, but the city wants to thank people who have been shoveling. They've only issued a couple of bylaw infractions, haven't they?
Yeah, not very many at all, just 2. As well, if you were parking on the street yesterday and happened to get a ticket, the City of Victoria, another nice gesture, they have canceled all of those tickets. If you would like more information about that, you can give the City of Victoria Parking Services a call at 250-361-0260. There was no garbage pickup yesterday, but that may change tomorrow depending on the weather, so we'll have to wait and see.
All right, Aaron Glazier, thank you.
You're welcome.